I'm fucking mortified.
Say with your face as well.
I've hit start recording now to show the makeups we did because we did all of this and I forgot to press record video. And it's our favorite episode of this series so far, and I'm so annoyed. We don't have a name. We don't have a theme song. We don't have a name. We don't have a theme song. Woo! I don't have a wig on. Jesus. Showbiz!
Showbiz!
Ah, don't you hate it when your laptop doesn't Face ID you?
It's always the sign of a really good face, though. When you're like, oh, no one recognizes me, it's great.
Ah. Hello and welcome back to Robin and Anita review King of Drag Season 1, Episode 3.
The haunted edition. Woo!
We immediately started talking. We messaged each other on WhatsApp and we'd seen this episode because it was so damn good, and I have been so excited to talk to you about this all through the week. Oh my god.
I've been trying to keep it in because I keep wanting to message you about it and then being like, no, just save it. Save it
for the discussion. Yes, episode 3, Death of Your Fears, is horror themed, and once again, King of Drag, they are theming their episodes all the way through. The theme is consistent, and it's excellent. Also, the judges panel, oh my god, everything about this episode is so good. Sorry, we should start at the beginning. A wonderful place to start. We've just lost Buck Wild. The man with the chest.
Upsetting. I know. So
sad.
So upsetting. Mm-hmm. But we get Perker coming back straight into the workroom. I guess we're gonna call it the man cave, even, and tries to do comedy again.
Yeah,
a bit more comedy.
Has some jokes left over that they wanted to use. Honestly, I do like. If you enjoy my set, I'm this, and if you didn't, I'm Dave Chappelle. Unless you're Murray, in which case I'm King Molasses, which is very funny because King Molasses has won 2 challenges at this point, and honestly deserved. I was worried we're going to just see him all the way through, but today some other people get to shine.
I was a little bit nervous when it got to the end, and I was like, oh, another top placement, I see.
Yeah, I could see it, but I do feel like there were 2 stronger people, but we will get there. Oh my god.
Yes.
So yes.
Of course.
Horror themed. For this episode, we started with the Weenie Challenge, featuring Sasha Velour from the Royal Hall, the judges panel. They join us today in order to help Murray judge quick drag challenge of the Bay and the Beast. Where people are given a mere 45 minutes to do half of their face as attractive and half of it as something spooky. And they want to give a narrative. The 2 face sides have to be in conversation with each other.
It was absolutely criminal. Sorry for the amount of time that they had was absolutely criminal.
Oh, I fully doubled it to do this. I could not do this in 45 minutes. Although I do want to get a little closer and show off some details. So
yes, please do. You look actually insane. It looks incredible.
Thank you. I was inspired by Hellraiser 1 and 2, the character of Julia, Queen of Hell, a plotline that we never got to see, unfortunately. But yes, when she resurrects in Hellraiser 2 from a bloody mattress, her face comes out first, and then the rest of her without any skin. She kills a guy and feeds off him. And then, the rest of the film is her getting back up to full power by killing men. She has these long, gorgeous nails she shoves into their backs and, feeds off of them, and then regrows her own skin. Oh my god, it's iconic.
Completely obsessed, you killed it. You should get on the challenge. You should win this challenge. The Weenie Challenge. We don't have to talk about anybody else.
I also love that you're wearing the outfit that I first saw you in today.
Yes.
First time
I am wearing...
Go for it. You say.
No, so I'm wearing my alien inspired. For the first time we ever met, you did a sci-fi queer panic night, and I was Kane, and I do have a little alien puppet that's meant to burst out of my chest, but my cat is currently sleeping on him, right in front of me. But yeah, we got a little Nosferatu, like we got the patch, and yeah, I just thought it'd be a cute little horror moment.
Yes. Shout out to the cat.
Yes, shout out to little Shocky who's defeated the alien creature on his own.
Yeah, actually thinking about it, so you're wearing the outfit I saw you the first time I met you, and you have the Nostromo patch, and you had a little John Hurt, Kane, little ID badge and everything. You went so into the details that no one could see from a distance. It was amazing. And I did like a bloody, like, straight jacket off look at the last night we were both at my partner's RIPness party just this last Friday. So yeah, we've come full circle.
See, gay people love horror. That will always be.
It's the thing. I think it's very telling that like the other big reality competition after Drag Race was Boulet Brothers Dragula. Like, I think it's absolutely a part of like queer culture is camp, over the top, gore, ridiculousness, queer metaphor of outsiders being very much a thing, and iconic camp villains and villainesses, evil queens. We love an evil queen.
Yes.
Such a thing. All right, let's go through who we saw in this weenie challenge, though.
Okay, so I have to sort of say, like, first of all, Sasha coming in and everybody holding a mask over their face to hide the half and half. That's horrifying in it. That was awful.
I love it. Yeah. They were fully doing some The Strangers stuff right then.
And was Perk 45 minutes Perk had. 45 minutes and looked insane. Like, absolutely insane.
Perk and Hen, though, looked like they were doing a totally different shoot and then came in this afterwards. Like, they did the works. And I think it's because Perk is very used to painting so big and so graphically that doing, like, this wonderfully camp green zombie with, like, the red blood bits and the very distinct lines, very big chunky lines. I think that's a really great way to go for a fast challenge, because those big swings, if you know how to do it without like getting too dirty and like make it quite clean, the big swings, you don't need to go in and do loads of detail. You can just do those and then add like a highlight. I have a little highlight in little places here, and it really, really translates. And he had this brain hat that he said in their talking heads, like, good thing I have my thinking cap. And they're like, you coincidentally had a brain hat. Yeah. What?
Literally just bought that in the suitcase and was like, I might use this at some point.
Yes. I thought I'd wear this in the workroom to keep my lack of hair out of my face. What? Yeah. Again, this is Perk and Henlo's day. So they came prepped. Like, everyone had great makeup, but then Henlo in this challenge did full prostheses. So it was like, on one side, this is my drag king, this is me looking put together, and on the other side, here is my face, wrinkled, cut apart, the contours have gone too far, and it's kind of been pulled in every direction, and yeah, it'd be like, this is what I fear that I look like if I'm doing it wrong, this is what I fear people see in me instead, and it's like, I love that, like, you know.
Yeah, it's an incredible concept that, like, definitely read, like, it, again, in 45 minutes to do that, like, it's crazy.
Amazing.
I really like King Molasses, this, like, black and white, like, side of, like, old, like, Hollywood film almost, like, you know, like, Detox in that famous, like, black and white, like, get, like, it gave very much that with, like, the cartoon. I really, really like that, and then, like, the really, like, fashionable light sides, lots of glowiness on the other side. I really like that. That was really nice.
Yeah, and I love the explanation. Like, yeah, one side was big lines and contour, and the other side was all the colours you'd use to blend together. And he was saying, like, this is how I normally contour my face, and this is my fear of blending. And, yeah, just a really good, sharp contrast in style and colour really helped it cut the line down the middle. And I like the narrative. It really makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Big D was a big transformation on like two separate sides. We've got like the Joker side, and then we've got the like just like a normal sort of like fancy man beat, which was cute.
Yes, he said he was like a ringmaster and a clown, which I like the combination there. And yeah, the idea that a ringmaster would be afraid of being seen as a clown as well, that definitely makes sense. There's a conversation going on there. Like, we're both entertainers at the same job. Do they see me the same as this? Yeah, I can totally see a narrative there. Really good transformation, as you say. Big D always has really good transformations, I think, because they look like, out of drag, a very youthful 50-something-year-old. And in drag, they go full, like, I've been around since the 1970s. What? Like, I love that contrast. And their various characters and their various different approaches is fantastic.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I think Alexander the Great might have been like maybe not as like in this one, not as high placing of just, I don't know, sort of like the zombie like face paint on one side and then just sort of like a thicker brow on the other one. I was a bit like,
yeah.
But again, 45 minutes to do anything is terrifying, so I'm also not being like judging on any.
Yeah, I remember Alexander saying in the Talking Heads that he likes to paint very flamboyant, very sparkly, colourful, over the top, and was like, so the glam side I have down, the other side I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's like, yeah. Pressure K was a little bit harsh on themselves, and they talk a lot in this episode about not doing very over-the-top, exaggerated, or colourful makeup, having never used eyeshadow before. It's like, what? That's wild. But I guess that can happen with, like, the rejection of femininity and the coming into your own masculinity and, like, trying to balance that. Totally, it does make sense. It happens. I love that they came out with, like, Puppy Boy and Wolfman. I think that was great. Like,
it was really incredible, and the howling and like the beard on one side, like it came across really, really nice.
Yeah,
like you said, it's I know for reasons they talked about, but like not using makeup and stuff like that, and like you're like still an incredible king.
Mm-hmm. I love Pressure K. I think they're so cute, and I really like them. You know?
Yeah.
I know they have this big, like, puffer jacket, rap star kind of look to them, but I also find them just really sweet in all of the talking. Like, they're always like, I don't know if I got this. And then I was like, no, I got this, I'm doing it. It's like, oh my god. And, like, the camaraderie between them and King Molasses just keeps going, and I love that for both of them. That's so cool.
It is so nice. I think that we had, like, another moment in this episode, like, having a conversation with each other about like sort of like helping makeup tips. Yeah, I also Pressure brings up the fact that Percocet was the first drag show that they went to, and that conversation genuinely, I will say that I cried multiple times through this episode. That brought me to tears of just I saw Perk live and I felt like this is something I want to do. Like, that's so lovely.
That is so cool. And on the first season, like, that is the thing that I could totally see happening in late seasons, that someone saw someone else on television and was like, I want to do what they do. I love that. But it hits different to be in the room with that person and to have seen them live, and it's like, that's so sweet and wonderful.
It is so nice, and I don't know if it's just like I think it might be like I don't know if it's completely different, but with like drag kings there is a lot of like, I would say like not camaraderie, but like seeing people is sort of like influencing you to do, because I know I always wanted to do drag, and then when I put on like glam makeup I was like, I don't think I can do this. And I think I've already said that like I saw Percy on Grata and Luce Willis and literally like Billy Butch and stuff like that, and I followed all these people for a while, and I was like, I think this is something I want to do. And then like I've never looked back. So I think it's a nice, like, I think it's like a nice drag king thing to, like, people being like, there's something just not connecting with me in this drag stuff, and then you see someone like that, and you're like, this is it.
Yeah, like, I love the intersection of drag and politics. For me, it's Patagonia. I love everything that she is doing with, like, environmental activism and political activism in America, and making these wonderful, fabulous drag shoots, videos, and shows, but they all have this political edge to them about their point of view, and I love that. I love drag with a point of view, and it's, like, my favourite thing. And again, we have some cast members here who absolutely have that, especially in this episode, where they really want to talk about their personal fears, and it gets quite emotional. It genuinely does, and I totally get it. Like, a lot of it's really personal stuff they're bringing up and bringing a very creative approach to. I love it. Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. I think, like, for them to make it so personal and for us to be able to see that side of them as well is like an honor, really. And I think it's nice. I don't say it's just I think it, like, the two ways that you could have gotten this is, like, really cool concept-y, like, horror sort of stuff. Like we've seen, like, sort of Dragula, but, like, having this, like, political edge to it as well just takes it that extra step, which is, yeah, it's really incredible.
Mm-hmm. I also very much appreciate, hey there, producers, Reverie. I know we've talked about subtitles before, but I really do appreciate the multiple times that they have paused the episode to show a content warning that there's going to be some serious topics talked about in here. People might find it uncomfortable, including discussions of suicide, and then it's like, here's numbers to call, please reach out for help. Like, really doing that, which I only think I normally see on internet shows where they really give a damn about their audience, because there's that direct interaction, whereas a lot of TV shows,
Yeah, I think a lot of TV shows sort of, like, show you what happens, and I think the only, like, thing I can think of is, like, Coronation Street is, like, at the end of the episode, they'll be like, and here's a number if you need it, like, instead of, like, warning people beforehand. And like you said, in between the breaks, like, there was always a screen up that said something, so you knew what was coming, which is really, really good.
Oh, yeah. And the much parodied now, actors sit down seriously in suits in a dark room and talk directly to the camera like, well, we had a lot of fun on this episode, but you know what isn't fun? Drug overdoses. And it's like, yeah. Okay. I'm sure that came from somewhere originally, but I'm at the age where I've only seen parodies, where it's people taking them in. Yeah. Every single time.
Every time.
It's one of those eternal ones. Charles Galen King, I very much appreciate the idea of this one with the, like, smiling mask and the sad side and the kind of duality of theatre and clownery. I feel like it didn't give that much, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is, like, I understand the time concept, but I do feel like I could have done this in, like, 15 minutes, like, if, like, oh, I'm just going to put something on quick to... But you know, I know makeup takes a long time for different people, but I agree, it just wasn't, like, up to standard.
Yeah, I very much like their main stage ones, but we'll get to that. Who have we not talked about?
Dick Von Dyke as well.
Have I nearly missed Dick Von Dyke? I love Dick Von Dyke. God damn it.
This like, this two-toned wig, first of all. Love a two-toned wig. And then we've gone for this, like, grey man side as bit of a creepy man, I think, that they were trying to portray, and then, like, very femme and glam on the other side, which is really cool.
Yeah, I love a bit of gender duality. I've seen several times people do that hermaphroditic one side thing before, but I think they did it in a really fun way. They described it as two scene kids going to the same show.
Yeah.
Which I love, definitely.
It's really, really cool. I think, like, I don't know, I've seen the concept in the past of, like, on Drag Race when they did that one, was it like a dancing challenge that they did?
It was a Dancing with the Stars parody, and people had, like, a mask and a femme side, and they had to, like, serve both as they swapped who was the lead and the follow, and it was a whole thing. I don't know. That challenge, everyone looked fucking crazy.
Yeah. I can only remember Ginger from that, and I think that's because she was wearing like a heel that was like this big, and that's all I remember.
Yeah, she was wearing like the burnt very end of a Cuban heel.
Yeah. And as someone who's worn like their own orthopedic trainers on the stage before, I have no room to judge, but
I can't wait to talk about orthopedic sneakers on this episode. So Perka wins the Weenie challenge. Woo, Perka! Yes. After 3 weeks of solid bottoming, I'm sure it's a delight for him to get a win, and also because I don't feel like Perka has ever felt like they're not doing enough. You know, even in their failures, it's been something's been really good about what they want to do. In the first episode, it was their makeup. In the second episode, they were so good at being Steve Urkel. It's just that the talent didn't go anywhere after that. So I'm really happy that in this third episode they started out strong. After having to... Did they lip sync last episode? Yes, they did. Sorry, not lip sync. They did an elimination last episode. I remember the show we're watching.
Yeah, they've all molded into one.
But yes, that was fantastic. And then they revealed that the main challenge, the beefy challenge for this episode, will be to do a look and short performance based around their greatest fears. Dun 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 dun. Everybody brought such concepts to this runway, and I'm endlessly here for it. No one was boring. Like, even ones that didn't successfully execute necessarily did good concepts. And I'm so here for listening, not only seeing it, but listening to everyone talk about their concepts. Sometimes you listen to people talk about it and they're like, you had other outfits that would work for this challenge and you just picked one, okay? We all know the famous, like, after a long night of hooking.
I was literally about to bring that up.
Trey didn't like the session, so he had gutted me and set me on fire. But I didn't die. I was crystallized and reborn as a glamazon ready for the runway. Why do I know all of that? Famous.
That's burnt in there.
Yeah, my God. Famous Kennedy Davenport, where she's wearing some kind of rhinestone burned chicken looking thing for a how did your character die runway, and just this spiel that comes out of her is incredible.
It is. It's so funny.
It's iconic. It's very iconic. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
For sure.
We've also find out that the guests, I had a little excitement over
guests.
the guests.
Oh my God, this panel is so good. It's wall-to-wall iconic, every single person.
No, I mean, London Cider is an icon, an actual icon.
For many, like, the first drag king that people have even heard of. Like, because if you're not going out to drag shows actively, you might not see drag kings, and even if you do go out to shows actively, they may not be booking drag kings. But Landon won a previous season of Dragula, now has their own really fun kind of podcast called Drag Inc. Like,
Landon is, like, the best of the best, and I think, like, if you've not seen Dragula, I think it's, like, the first episode, Landon, like, flips a coin, and it says that, like, he has to eat spiders, and he does it 2 weeks after getting a throat surgery, and they're live spiders, and it's, like, it's insane. It's actually insane. And I think that, like, he did a runway of, it was like a circus runway, and you also had to do a special talent, and he ate glass. Like, Landon Cider is, like, the, like, horror king.
So just
it's
the
crazy.
Perfect guest for this episode, absolutely.
Yeah. And I was also extremely, extremely excited to see Vico Ortiz as well, because massive Our Flag Means Death fan. And also, they are now a drag king as well, so that was so sick.
Oh my That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Did I hear that? Sorry, when they came on, did Murray say, "And Vico today is he"? I don't know if I heard that correctly.
Yeah, I think, yeah, so they're non-binary, so I think he, like, when they came on, it was like...
Which pronouns?
Yeah, so...
That's fab.
It, like, in drag, yeah, I think is he, him in drag, so...
Fabulous. See, this is the thing I wondered if they were maybe, like, gender fluid, and so having the updated pronoun for the episode is really cool. But that's cool too, of course, like, just make it clear what someone is when they enter the room that day as to which version of themselves they enter as. I just thought that was really cool.
It was a nice little comment, and yeah, it's really cool to have. And of course, like, and I don't know who the person is, and I'm really sorry that I didn't write down their name, but the person from Yellow Jackets, they looked cunty as fuck.
Yeah, Liv Hawson, who I think was very down. Like, I haven't seen Yellow Jackets, but I heard it's a nutso cannibal cult weird series. I was like, that does sound like a thing I would enjoy. I should do that. It's just in the kind of high school age range, which I normally stay away from. I don't know, I find teenagers really boring. Even if they're played by 30-year-olds, you know.
Yeah. I think it cuts back. I mean, I've only seen 2 episodes, but like it's like it starts with them as like adults, and then it basically is like, how did they all get to this place that they are now? So there's only like flashbacks of them being teenagers.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, but yeah, 2 like big names in big popular series that are popular with Tegaz.
Yes.
Returning Tenderoni. It's worth just googling Tenderoni and looking through beards. It's great just to see all the different beards. It's so fun. Tenderoni is also a song by Kele Okereke, who is gay, and it's about masculinity and being a little tender person. It's a really fun song. It's got a great sound to it, and I don't know if that's where they got their drag name from, but this is the first I'd heard about the song from my partner the other day while I was talking about it. Tenderoni always looks excellent. I love the consistency of their amazing beard work, their big glasses, just looking like a comic book character come to life. Like, every time. And their judges' critiques usually involve some level of useful information, which I always appreciate. Same with Sasha.
Yeah, I think across the board tonight, it was like everyone was like super useful with everything that they were giving back. It wasn't just like I'm gonna beat you into the bottom for no particular reason. Like, I think everyone had valid critiques, and they were all super useful. So yeah, it was a good judges board, and Tenderoni is hot as fuck. That beard is incredible, and anytime we get to talk about Tenderoni is a good day.
Yes. And of course Sasha. So 5 powerhouse judges, and Murray over there making drinks. Just always love to see this level of talent in the room. It's crazy. I love how people have been like, yeah, I'm on board to help out with this show. So here for it.
It is so like because of how, like, especially being in the first season as well. Like these are like genuinely huge guests that we've had all the way through so far. So like it's so crazy that they've managed to get all these people on board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've said before, like, a lot of this is first season blues, which is that if you can prove you can even make a season, especially if it can be popular, if you can make a show, they're going to give you more budget and help you bring it into its own. But for the first season, you just got to ask people to hold on and do it. I don't know if you've seen the first season of Taskmaster.
Yeah.
The first season of Taskmaster is very, we don't know what we're doing and neither do you, but we'll figure it out. It was...
I've got a side thing to this as well.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, the first season of Taskmaster, Alex, I don't know if it's his first time being on camera, but he mouths everything that Greg is supposed to say from the thing. So as you're watching it, he sits there and mouths everything he's meant to be saying, and it's so off-putting.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I will never unsee it now.
I feel really sorry because like it must be like really stressful to be like, oh, I've got to like this has to be good and I've got to make it good. But he was so stressed that Greg was gonna fuck it up somehow that he's literally mouthing every word next to him. It's horrible.
Well, Taskmaster first started online as a thing for Alex to do with his friends during lockdown. And then he got Greg involved to be the big dog persona. So he could still be a host, but not have to host, like, as the awkward person, because it wouldn't, like, bring the same gravitas. You needed a taskmaster, and Alex is very much a task sub. And Dragula also, you started out as a, like, show in a building, like an actual drag show competition, before it became, like, the internet and TV phenomenon. So yeah, a lot of these shows kind of start out in a different way and then have to figure themselves out. I don't know if there was a King of Drag before this, but there will have been King pageants. Over here in England, we have Man Up, which Crip Lady Wyrd won the most recent competition. Shout out to Crip. Yes. Love Crip. I'm so excited to see them win.
I genuinely can't get over the fact that you have them booked because that's crazy.
I can't get over the fact that Crip applied. I reached out to Percy Nongrata. I've reached out to some people before for a gig that's really, I think, up their alley, and we can figure out how to get them there and pay them, etc. But Crip applied, and I was like, Crip, you're way too big for... Do you know this isn't, like, super paid, and also not local to you, right? But we did some back and forth and made it work. They're going to do 2 numbers. I'm so excited. It does remind me, I don't know if I've told this on this show before, but when I went to do Ladywood Legends the first time, Crip's competition show, Hamish Macbeth travelled from Fife, like drove a van from Fife to Birmingham to do the competition, half just to meet Crip. As, like, a fellow disabled king, and knew that Crip was iconic, and was so excited. Alright, we're here. We're at the Beefy Challenge. We're at the main thrust of the show. It's the runway!
I will say that we also find out that this is a double elimination as well.
Oh my god, right? Like, what?
I know, it's so crazy.
I'm guessing it's just because the series is short, but... That was like, oh. I mean, we didn't want to eliminate anyone in the first episode. You want to eliminate 2 now? What?
I don't know why my brain didn't clock with how many contestants there were and how many episodes there were that this was going to be, like, this is what was going to happen. But in my brain, I was like, no, we'll just lose 1 every week. And then it was like double. And I was like, there's no one here. What do you mean double elimination?
Yeah, we'll get to, like, a top 6, and we'll pick 1 from that, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. It's also weird because if you look at the number of episodes as well, it could be like elimination, double, triple winner, which would be so harsh. Oh my god. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
No, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm scared for everybody because I mean this was an incredible showcase throughout the entire like episode, and having to lose 2 people from this was devastating. Also,
the 2 previously eliminated kings, Buck Wild and Tuna Melt, did do photos on their Instagram of what they would have worn to this challenge. So I'm going to suggest we can just go down alphabetically because I have that up here so we don't miss anyone. Okay. I would love to include them and just talk about everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think everybody was excellent.
Yeah.
First alphabetically we have Big D! Love Big D. I think this is another time when Big D could have been the winner because this was so strong.
Yeah.
Like, coming out as this kind of mad scientist with this huge bulbous head and... be like, like clearly in pain, doing some kind of mad scientist thing of like, something's gone wrong. I'm in my own head. And I was like, okay, this is funny. I definitely like this. And then they tore it off and revealed a miniature version of themselves. Ratatouille controlling themselves. And they have to say, I'm inside my own head. Like, I need to call the doctor. I am a doctor. Help. I'm inside my own head. What? Like... Oh my god, the very relatable feeling of, oh, I am not here, I am in here, and I'm having a fucking breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, very funny gag, really great concept, executed incredibly, and I did not see the head tear off coming at all. Like,
No, it was absolutely insane, and when it happened, me and my partner literally gripped each other's hands to be like, what the fuck? Like, it was so incredible. The details were so incredible as well on the little tiny the little version. I mean, the coming out and the shouting was incredible, and I'm gonna, like, I get it when you're on a big stage, I guess, so I guess they've got to critique the small things, but the fact that they were in, like, a bottom 3 position for wearing trainers was, like... I didn't even see the trainers because I was too busy looking at what was going on at their head.
I knew you would bring this up, and I totally agree. My partner, who also does drag, also has flat feet, and so needs to... Honestly, heels usually help her, but... temporarily, like, they're really painful if she wears them for too long, but being able to give her some kind of arch is useful, and she normally has orthopedic inserts. So I'm totally there, like, look, clearly a lot gets filmed in a single day on this show, day after day. I don't know if they're getting days off or breaks. I feel like wearing orthopedic shoes, especially if you acknowledge it the way they did in the Talking Heads, I think that's the least you can ask for.
Yeah.
Like, it's either I wear orthopedic shoes today or I wear crutches tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay? Prevention. Focus on prevention.
Absolutely. And I was also going to say, like, even with, like, they were, like, Big D wearing, like, doctor's scrubs, like, it didn't look out of place anyway when they did the full thing, because if you've seen people in doctor's scrubs, like, they've always got these, like, those sorts of shoes on anyway, so I don't know why it was, I mean, obviously it was, you know, just to say, like, you know, focus on the details, but... I don't know, as somebody who's worn, like, a full suit and then just, like, rocks fucking trainers on stage before, like, I'm like, I think it was a nitpicky comment at best.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think the top 3 of this were very strong, and so they were trying to split some hairs, but I think maybe acknowledge it, but still say it's a great look, and we get it if you need this so you don't do crutches tomorrow. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there, this person's in their 50s!
Yeah.
Let them have assist mobilities!
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Charles Galen King.
So Charles is doing the death look as the top hat and then a full suit as well. And then coming toward that end of the runway and then pulling the hat up that says Survivor and then bringing it back down. I cried at a multitude of these, and I can understand where they came from, you know, the suit might have been a little bit simple, but I think this one sold itself. I really think that, like, it was simple but effective in its messaging, and I don't know. It was. I thought it was really incredible. They did a really good job with it.
Yeah, and I think the story, the narrative of it really worked, because they'd said before that they like the number 4, and they have attempted to remove themselves 4 times, and so when they were about to take the hat off, they were like, I'm coming out, it's cool, it's like, and then they did finger guns at their head and clicked them 4 times, and then they lifted the hat, and 4 streams of flowers came down, and the little Survivor notice, and I was like, I think this is actually a really well executed thing of a very personal topic.
Yeah.
Again, really glad that Reverie put those content warnings up, because we got there.
Yeah.
I think that I get the note about the simplicity, but I think it was I think it was a full narratively given experience with visual storytelling. I think that was fantastic. Yeah,
no, I definitely agree. I think, and also I couldn't, in my head I was thinking, like, what could you do to make this bigger, if you like, apart from, like, maybe wearing, like, a sparklier blazer or something like that. Like, I think it was efficient enough in its storytelling that, like, it didn't need to be any grander or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, it's again splitting hairs just to get rid of like very, very talented people, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, as we said, everyone's so good. Everyone is at such an echelon that having to split hairs this early in the 3rd episode is wild.
Yeah.
But what else are they going to do? Like, the fact that... okay, so Dick Von Dyke is next up. Love Dick Von Dyke. We've said this multiple times. Dick Von Dyke's was the concept of time. They fear the endless march of time, getting older, becoming irrelevant, and ultimately death. So they have this Beauty and the Beast style grandfather clock person coming out with a full face, and then they take their head off and they see their face, and it's like aged and wizened. They have like clock hands as a mustache with little points on them, very nice detail, and they're like trapped in the box of the grandfather clock and screaming out. And I think that's a really strong narrative. I wish we could have heard some critiques because they were safe, and so they just had to leave.
Yeah. I actually think...
And I felt it was rude. Yeah.
I did think that like they brought that up in the confessionals as well, of just like, I needed to know... I want to know why this didn't push me over to like being good, because like you said, it looks incredible, and I don't like to compare, and but it was genuinely like a drag race sort of standard, like costuming and stuff like that. I was like, that you've spent a lot of time and or money on this because you look absolutely incredible, like head to toe, looks insane. And yeah, the messaging came through as well really, really well, and yeah, just looked insane.
Yeah, I could totally read the narrative without the explanation because it was very clear to me.
Yeah.
I think if there were any critiques, they were probably going to say that you couldn't see them, like their body, their arms very much, because they were so boxed in. But again, being boxed in kind of comes into the idea of being trapped by time. So yeah, I honestly, I just thought it was very strong. Maybe not the most visually fantastical as some of the other contestants. I think that's probably why they ended up safe. But honestly, Dick Von Dyke has done no wrong, in my mind. Dick Von Dyke is killing it every time, and while they may not have topped yet, I think it's totally within them to have a challenge win at some point in this competition, because I just think they're great.
Yeah. I agree. I think I mean, there's a handful of people that I'm well, like I said, like Big D in my eyes, like could have easily won last week and stuff like that. Like there's just such like literally such a high pool of talent that it's literally like the tiniest thing that will get you from winning. But I definitely think that they have it in them to win a future episode, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Yes. Rooting for you, Dick Von Dyke. Would you like to talk about Henlo Bullfrog?
Yes. Holy shit.
Henlo went so hard this episode.
Literally,
really feel for him.
Straight off the runway for Dragula and walked straight into King of Drag, because this was insane from head to toe. Absolutely, just insane. And also like having, I think, like fluids coming out of different areas. Like, that was, yeah, it was insane. But unfortunately, having one thing not go off, I think it was like the liters of blood that's meant to come out of like the back of their head didn't go off during it. But I still think that this was like one of the best looks of the night, because wow.
Mm-hmm. It was just so, this is what I spent time and money on. Like, yeah, it very clearly gives some kind of medical trauma, body horror kind of feel. I don't know how that would feel. I love the substance. I'm very into John Carpenter, very body horror, like, as a means of creativity. And yeah, so they looked like they'd maybe escaped some kind of lab. They bent over and they were oozing from the butt.
Yeah.
They were, like, touching their hand and their fingers all broke. Like, clearly a prop hand, which I didn't even realize was a prop at first. Like, oh, wow. There's an airbrushed skull on the back of their wig. Yeah. Incredible. And, yeah, they said in the Talking Heads they were meant to bleed from the brain, and it didn't go off, unfortunately. And I guess clearly being stuck in trying to make that happen was what landed them in safe. I'm glad they didn't land in the bottom, because that would have been very undeserved. I I've said before, I really like Henlo's creativity. I would love to see Henlo win a challenge. Much like Dick Van Dyke, which is now a problem because there's only 3 episodes left,
Yeah.
so clearly I want these 2 people and then I guess someone else.
Yeah. Well, this is like an upsetting because there was like that needles on the back as well moved like angel wings as well. Like,
Yes!
that's insane. And I do get that also, like, if you sort of alluded to, like, you know, oh, I've got another reveal going and then it doesn't go, like this is, you know, and so, like, I think they cut to the judges a couple times being like, I'm so ready for this next reveal, and then it didn't happen. I just feel so sad because there was so many confessionals and moments that Henlo throughout the episode was like, this is my challenge, this is it, I'm so excited, and it just sizzling at the end. Like, I just felt really sorry for them. Like, I know that's gonna suck.
Yeah, they were so hyped for this episode, and I hope they at least had fun because they clearly did excellent in both challenges, and I love them, and I want them to have had a good time. I should check their Insta after this and see if they have nice comments about it.
I'm sure everyone would be super supportive because there's no way that anyone's like, this is trash, this is awful.
Oh yeah, no one would have said a bad word to Henlo today, I don't think. Next up, King Molasses. Chic, simple, excellently executed. Molasses knows how to carry a concept. Like, we've seen African royalty, we've seen a very minimalist Ira Glass, and now we see this black void, the vanishing. Like, I understand that the concept was fear of the unknown, but I think it also reads really good as, like, the fear of being black and queer and disappearing and being disappeared. Like, the fact that so many people get killed by gun violence or suicide, and then you just kind of have to keep going and people move on past it, especially in America, especially with gun crime. I feel like there's multiple ways that this look could be interpreted, but the look is so chic.
Yeah.
Just this ultimate matte black against a matte black background with this sparkling void on their back. Oh, it's just perfect. Not a thing that anyone could change.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, the details of like the details of like the long blazer that hits like the sleeves that hit the floor and like walking like slowly, and I don't know why, but I like but I just absolutely adored like at the front it's practically all black suit apart from this bottom corner of the suit that has like a couple of gems going up. Like, the details on this are absolutely insane. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal. Very, very gorgeous.
Yeah, King Molasses clearly thinks their concepts through really fully, and I think every day seems to be a very strong day for them, and I absolutely can see them winning this entire thing. No sweat.
Yeah.
Like,
looks like they'll be performing twice at the Emerald City track.
because I can totally believe. At first, when you said that last time, first time you mentioned that, I was there like, oh, do we secretly know who's going to win? And then I was like, oh wait, no, everyone here knows Molasses. Molasses is just really good. I think they just got that booking all on their own. So
yeah. So it's accidentally very famous. So it will just be like, Molasses comes out, does a number, and then like 2 numbers later it'll be like, and the winner of King of Drag. You've already met them.
I'd love to see them and Perka, or them and Pressure K, because they all seem to get on really well. But yeah, excellent once again.
Yeah, that would be so.
Speaking of Percocets, I think we both felt things for this performance, because damn, the look was excellent. This like malformed hunchback man, this like the horror that you can be seen as being trans, I felt was one of the things it was giving. But the performance of like just regurgitating the slurs that were said to him by family members. It's like feelings.
It was definitely a hard watch, and I mean, I think that's the point where I started crying, and then I didn't stop until the episode ended, I think. I mean, the look was absolutely incredible, but I think the performance just made you, like, hold your breath the entire time of just, like, this is an art piece in itself. Like this genuinely is like a statement, but it felt like like an art piece. Like it was absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to talk about how Perka won the episode, and I think thoroughly deserved. I love that after 2 difficult episodes, they won hard in both challenges, and I hope they feel really proud of themselves, because he brought it.
Yeah,
Perka, he brought it.
Absolutely.
Little anxious trans boy.
Absolutely.
Love him.
Killed it, deserved it, and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Alexander the Great. I love this concept. I really love this concept. The death of the planet, honestly, is a really great fear to share, because sometimes I do worry, like, what's going to be here in 10 years. You know, people tell me about, like, what's my retirement plan, and they're like, are we still going to have a damn planet?
Mm-hmm.
Are we still going to have an economy at that point? Like, why am I engaging in capitalism to prepare for something that has been killed by capitalism? This feels very difficult to convince me of. Like, I do have a pension pot, but it's not much in it.
Say, I pay into my boss pays into mine, but I will never see that money ever. If I make it to 40 or 50, it'll be a damn miracle at this point.
Yeah, and the age keeps going up. My parents were quite old by the time they got to retire. They're having a great time now. But yeah, the idea that the planet might not be there within our lifetimes, or our children's lifetimes, if you dare to have children, in which case, well done you. I couldn't afford to do that. Is a big fear, and I get that the judges maybe thought that Alex didn't do it justice. Like, I love the idea of the cape that's the planet, that's Earth themed, and then open up and it's plastic and fast fashion, like swatches and back quarters, and the plastic wrap and the sail tags around the neck and the waist. I think that's a great concept. I think that would be drawn on paper, would look great. I think it needed to go to someone with maybe some more design chops.
Yeah.
It felt a little like it was maybe a costume challenge, sewing challenge made in the room, and it was brought from home. That's the thing. I don't think it was bad. I just think it could have been better, especially for a topic that's so important.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I've got 2 like opposing thoughts on this, or like different of just. I don't think that the outfit was definitely not up to standard. Just having like the catsuit and the blanket, and I think maybe like if other people were talking in theirs and giving it like a little more snapshot, like maybe a talking monologue might have helped, or just something else to sort of like show something off. But I also think that Sasha was too quick to say, I don't understand what was going on, because I think through seeing the outfit alone, I was like, I can understand where you're getting at, like, planet bad, I can sort of grasp what you're trying to get at. So I think they were too quick to be like, oh, we don't understand what's going on. And I was like, it's a little bit obvious. It's not great, but it is sort of obvious in my eyes what's going on, and that's fine. You can also say that.
Yeah. I feel like it was communicated better than maybe they thought, but they did leave the stage very quickly. Yeah. Although the idea of just coming out in a cunty outfit and choking, I think is a great idea. But I think they needed maybe to keep going and slowly fall to the floor. Maybe give it a bit more actorial grandeur, rather than just come out and then disappear. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I do.
I get the bottom placement.
I do. Yeah,
but it's still a really good idea.
Yeah, I get it. I think like it have to be like an edible, something that looks like plastic or something, and then if they ate that and then looked like that they were choking on it, I think that could have sold it. And I'm just spitballing ideas. Like I'm gonna remake this outfit myself, but
Do it. I think it's a great concept. Do it.
But yeah, unfortunately, bottom placement, and I think a little bit deserved as well.
Finally, from the episode, we have Pressure K.
Yes, Pressure. I can understand where they came from, because I think the showing was so quick that like no one really got to take any time and understand what was happening. I think, I mean, the coat with everything that was written on it looks incredible, and then obviously taking it off into greed can't consume me, or evil can't consume me, sorry, and having that on their back, like, I think it was very, again, Pressure K made me cry through this showing, but it was all sort of stuff that was told in the confessionals, so I guess if you were a judge sat there, you wouldn't really know what was going on behind scenes with it.
Yeah, I feel like they did a lot for the audience benefit with the talking heads this episode, which is good, because it meant that we got everything, and we were really able to appreciate the drag. But yeah, considering that some people's presentation was just they come out and they show the outfit and let it speak for itself, it's great if the outfit does speak for itself. Like King Molasses didn't say a word, and we got it because of the design. But yeah, I feel like, especially with Pressure K's one, that was very familial and very like what's the word, generational trauma kind of inspired. With the words of negativity on the cloak, then taking off the cloak, revealing Pressure, their name, and also something that they are under. Like, definitely love that. I feel that when they took off the neck chain that led to, like, I don't know if it led to anything, but there was a chain around their neck. I feel like maybe that could have stayed on. Like, they didn't realize it was on when they took the cloak off. And then as they leave, it's pulled by the like a brick on the floor or something, and then they have to pull that with them. Like, the idea of moving past familial trauma, but still having to carry the burden of it. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever been to therapy. I have been to therapy multiple times. The idea that you're trying to get through your life and minimize the things that play on your mind, but you can't get rid of it all. Like, it's very much going to be part of who you are and what made you who you are. And so the idea of just living with your difficulties and being strong enough to do that and practiced enough in your, like, ways of going over that, I think would be a really great message. So that's what I would do. I know that who the fuck do we think we are? Fashion Photo Review, trying to give Alexander the Great and Pressure K tips. But this is what I think would have elevated it. But they're very strong ideas and outfits. It was honestly just part of the presentation that would have been... Because that's the thing, the challenge was also a presentation. And if they'd focused more on that, then maybe they could have avoided the bottom. But maybe they couldn't, because there's only like 8 people, and they're all amazing.
Yes. No, I definitely agree with everything you had to say. Like, yeah, I know, with just the showing. And like I said, it was also just so quick, and I don't know if that was just the editing, but it did feel like, walk to the end, off, walk back, and I was like, oh, that was 10 seconds, like...
Yeah. I think it definitely says something that both the people in the bottom got out, showed that outfit, revealed, showed that outfit, and then left the stage without saying a word. I think that's a big part of maybe why they ended up there. Hopefully people take that under their hat for, the next episode. Special mentions to Buck Wild and Tuna Melt, who both did this challenge anyway from home. I mean, if you made the outfit, you gotta show it off.
Exactly.
This is the thing. If you've liked anyone from any of these like drag reality competition series and you wonder what they would have done for the next challenge, go to their Instagram, go to their social media. They will be doing it on there because they paid to get these outfits made.
Oh yeah, there's nothing that winds me up more than being like, I will always, after watching a Drag Race episode, see what other people would have done if it's a theme that I'm obsessed with, and it always annoys me when the person hasn't posted it. What are you doing gatekeeping this outfit from me?
So Tuna Mel is wearing the crown covered in Buddha statues that they wore in their promo look. But they've done it in like a full golden bronzed body with Cyrillic characters all over themselves, some kind of writing, and a red veil over their face. They say it is inspired by the 2022 Taiwanese found footage film Incantation. And when the mask of the veil comes off, it reveals a void with teeth where their head should be. I think this is gorgeous.
It is absolutely beautiful, and it is this especially in the photo shoot with this the mouth, the teeth. It's terrifying. So it did a really, really good job with it.
Drag King legend Chevy Lace 3D printed them this crown. Everything in this outfit they say was from Chevy except for the little bootsies. Honestly, I love reading people's Instagrams where they get to fully talk at length about the outfits that they put so much work into, because this is fantastic.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible.
And then they have a spoiler for next episode that I'm not gonna read. Why am I not following Buck Wild? Follow Buck Wild. Buck Wild is so hot. And Buck has this wonderful, tragic clown look.
No, I was going to say, clowns are a genuine fear of mine. Like, circus clowns, genuine... I don't know what it is. It's just the face, the look is scary. So, yeah, I would have hated this seeing this live, but they killed it. I really love this suit with the flowers on it, like the little blood splotches. These two separate masks they've got going on, like, it looks really incredible.
Mismatched eyes. I love the little big graphic curls on the chest to be the chest hair. But the idea of the flowers covered in blood, I don't know, it's kind of giving me working past my prime. Like, does the clown realize they're not funny anymore, maybe? And that's a fear. I can totally get that.
Yeah, I definitely see that now you've mentioned it, with, like, the gloves as well, like the fingerless gloves.
Yeah, it's kind of clown transitioning into, like, Charlie Chaplin's tramp character. A little bit more like, oh, he's wearing a suit, but he's worn a suit for a very long time.
Yeah, it looks incredible. Really, really good. I mean, everyone did even not being there, the showcasing this week was absolutely insane. Absolutely incredible.
Every single person.
Yeah. Killed it.
Love it. And of course the panel all looked amazing as well. Everyone looked so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard to pick between people. So hard.
It feels so horrible to watch.
And next week we're down to 6. Yeah. We're down to 6 kings.
There's gonna be no one left.
My God, it's heartbreaking how fast the series has gone.
I know, we're halfway through the series right now. That's crazy.
Wild, right? And yeah, I think that it's so hard. If there was to be a top 3, what would you think? Because I would definitely say King Molasses, easily top 3 material. Big D, I really hope gets a win, because I think Big D's been doing great the whole time, and I think deserves some recognition for that. And then I don't know. I love all of them.
I know. I agree with you.
I don't know.
Top 2, but I am like, maybe Perk might be the perfect top 3, but but then I think about everybody else and I'm like, wait, no, that's not. They're all good.
Yeah, like, I think that Charles Galen King and Dick Von Dyke are both great. I wouldn't call either of them mid. I wouldn't think of either of them, like, going home, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Percocet is a very good third in the top 3, especially after this episode where they really rose to the challenge. I'm hoping they don't have a big old anxiety problem and end up going home, because it could happen. I mean, he's clearly struggling with a few things. I'm hoping that this gives him the confidence to really bring himself to the runway every time, because I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a difficult situation, like high pressure situation to be in, especially when, you know, you're not mentally there as well. So hopefully the confidence is needed to just push him over the edge now.
Yeah, the pressure is not K.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's also the final thrust.
Yes, of course.
So in the bottom, this week, we have Alexander the Great and Pressure K, and I think it was Charles Galen King.
Yeah.
Hard choices, but I get it. And they had to do, and I love this idea, again, they're doing a different elimination every time. Their final thrust was to take a camera, to go back into the man cave that has been done up as a horror movie set for the Blair Butch Project. They have to film their own scary found footage movie. They basically, everything's set up for them. They just have to react and be engaging and entertaining, and then give a dramatic death scene. Everyone, I think, did something fun in this one. Alexander the Great said, "Oh, is this the Texas GOP?" Yeah. Excellent. Charles Galen King, I think, did a good combination of funny and scared, and I think that's why they powered through. But everyone's so good.
Yeah, they all killed it, and what made me laugh is the other contestants being like the scary monsters in the dark. So there was like a bit where King Molasses just walks behind. Yes! It was so funny. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh, and now it's time for Anita's weird subtitle of the week. Because I watch with subtitles because I have bad hearing. So, you know Murray Hill? Showbiz! That guy? There's a bit where he shines a torch on his face in the back of one of the videos. He probably did it for all three and they just used one. And he was there like, Showbiz! And the subtitles said, Stop it! Come on, watch the episode!
His famous line, stop it.
His famous line, stop it! What? What is happening? I also didn't realise that the Spanish actually gets subtitled sometimes in the normal episode. Have you seen the Spanish subtitles?
Yeah, we also watched with the subtitles, so we did get, I think it was like this episode, they put it up for just one of one sentence that was in Spanish, and they would have translated it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so there was a on the video, like on the exported video, technical terms, there was the translation of something Charles Galen King said, and I could just see it because the subtitles on the app were just halfway down it, so I could see with the black background, speaks in foreign language. Just look up who Charles Galen King is and find out what language he speaks. Yes. That's not hard. And so I could see what they said, and then I could see it being covered up by something else. Yeah. So, again, y'all, subtitles are important, okay? And I've seen this in some movies where there's bilingualism, and the subtitles start to cover up the normal subtitles. Just check if the file has subtitles, and leave it.
Yeah.
Just be quiet at that point. Leave it. Stop it. So stupid. Dios mío.
I'm going to keep saying, stop it now.
I'm absolutely going to screen cap it doing that, because it was one of the stupidest things. Yeah. I tried not to let it take me out of it. It was an excellent challenge.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, this episode has to be, and I know there's only been 3 episodes so far, but this was the best episode yet. I think that this was absolutely, incredible from, start to finish. It was just insane.
Yeah, I feel like the theming in every episode has been really strong, but the challenges, the caliber of judges, the everything, and the ability to let people just show what they've got. I always love that when they're not totally overshadowed by the concept of the challenge. Mm-hmm. This episode is so strong. This is the one. If you're trying to convince someone to watch this and you only have one episode, the first episode with the sound quality issues, maybe not. This one. This is the one.
Yeah.
So good. Especially if they love Dragula. This is giving indie, we have Dragula at home.
Yeah. That's the title of this video, we have Dragula at home.
The found footage VHS, we have Dragula at home. Can we put a filter on it? Oh my. Honestly, the final thrust kind of pays homage to Dragula because, for those who don't watch, I don't know if they still do it, but in the early seasons of Dragula, when someone got eliminated, they had a horror short of them being killed off.
Yeah.
Oh, good, because that's one of my favourite parts. I need to catch up with Dracula. I'm sorry. But yeah, having the contestants film their own snuff, I feel is like a lovely homage to that, and I think it really worked.
Yeah, definitely.
The whole thing. Well done, everyone involved in this episode. You did an amazing job.
Very good.
I know we've talked about some of the upcoming shit I've got going on. Robin, do you have anything you want to plug? Your book channel, any upcoming gigs?
Oh, I mean, I'm a little bit quiet, so if anyone wants to hire me, then you can, but I also do have a bookish channel where I talk about queer books, and I can't remember... it's called Bound... it's called Bound to Happen, and yeah, and I talk a lot about books, what I'm reading, reviews, stuff like that, so if that interests you, then you should definitely check it out.
Robin's editing is really good. It hasn't gone up yet, but they edited the previous episode of this, episode 2. I did episode 1 to the best of my limited abilities. They did a wonderful edit of the Slur song from Tumblr for my partner for Ellips's R.Penis party, and did a whole like animated style PowerPoint looking office presentation, but in a way that was still really fun. It was just styled like one. And it was excellent. And they were super great to work with. And I recommend heavily, if you have some video editing to do, reach out to Robin. They're so good.
Thank
mwah,
you.
mwah, mwah.
I like editing. It's so much fun.
Oh, fab. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We shall see you next week. I don't know when we're going to film that yet, because it'll be around Gwen's surgery. So... it'll either be easier because I'll have free time, or it'll be harder because I will be stuck in places and waiting rooms. So we'll see what happens. I will let you know, obviously, if there's a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
But fingers crossed. No complications. No delay. You come on just like Special K. Where's the placebo challenge, huh? Showbiz!
Stop it.
That's a great note to leave it on.
Yeah.